Okay, so let's take a look at how processes are initiated in Unix as part of Learning Module 3, processes in the operating system. All right, so this is the command prompt on a Linux operating system. And the way that you look at what processes are currently running is with the ps command. And AX is an option that you use for additional information. So we see here that we have a bunch of processes that are already running, even though right now the only user program that I have initiated is Firefox, which is on a different display. Okay. So there's not a lot of useful information here other than the information that's being shown on the screen for the purposes of this demo. So what I will do is change this command, pipe the output of that command with that into another command, which is word count with a -L, so I count the number of lines that are shown in this command. So I'm going to rerun it and pipe the output of that original command and count the number of lines. We see the number is 189. So that's roughly, give or take 1, the number of active processes on my computer. If I were now to kick off a program, let's start up Wireshark. I don't know if I can do it from the command line or not. Oh, yes, I can. Okay, so there's Wireshark. Let me minimize that. That's running. And because I ran it from my command window, it's now active and I can't really do anything else here. So let me kill that with a control C. So Wireshark is now no longer running. What I can do to confirm that is we still have 189 processes running, right? And instead, once again, pipe the process command into another command, which is grep, and it'll look for Wireshark, and we don't really have this. The Wireshark that shows up is from my grep command. So Wireshark is no longer running. Right? If I were to do this, and like I said, I had Firefox running, the same command, we should see, yes we do. So we see that Firefox is running under process ID 14305. Right? Once again, you ignore this one because this is Firefox that shows up as part of the grep command. Grep is basically a text search program. So it'll look for the text Wireshark in the output that came from the process command. Okay. You can look these commands up at your leisure in Google, or if you have Linux, just doing a man and the command man.ps or man.ps, and you'll see, right? Okay. So what I should have done earlier when I was running the Wireshark command is to run it in parallel or as a separate process. And you do that in Linux from the command line by using the ampersand. So this will now run in the background. Okay, so I can minimize that while I still maintain the command prompt. So Wireshark is now running. I can tell that a couple of ways. First off, by just running the ps command again to count the number of lines, and if you remember, it was at 189 before, right? So right now with Wireshark running, it is actually 190. Okay, and then we can confirm that by looking for Wireshark in the ps output, and there it is. Okay, so if I were just to run the command by itself, right, we'll see all this output, and there's Wireshark. By using the pipe and the grep, it allowed me to do that search without having to comb through all this. So I'm looking for the string Wireshark that comes from this command's output. That's what the pipe does, right? So if we run that, we should see Wireshark with a process ID of 27220. And there we go. This first line is 27220. Right? So we executed one program and it resulted in one additional process being run, or one program and one process. So we did say in the materials as well as in the video lecture that that's not always the case, where one executable program results in only one process. So if I were to run a different program, it could have one or more processes that get created. As an example, that program would be something like VirtualBox. VirtualBox is how you can run different operating systems in a virtualized mode, in a virtualized manner on your computer. So I do have that installed. What I should be able to do is just run that from the command line again. I'm going to run that in the background with the ampersand sign. So that does run, and it just booted up fairly quickly. So I do have some warning messages. So if you recall, I think it was the number of processes with Wireshark running was 190. Okay. So if I run that same count command, I'm going to count the number of processes. If it were just one that was being created for VirtualBox, we would have a total of 191. Instead, we have 193. So 3 processes were initiated to run in the operating system related to VirtualBox. And let's confirm that by doing this command again with VirtualBox as the command, and that's what we see. We see that these 3 processes are all associated with VirtualBox. So in this example, one program that we executed created 3 separate processes. What are the 3 processes doing related to VirtualBox? I don't know. Right? Just like I can't assume that one is the driver program and these are other subprograms within it. You can kind of draw that conclusion because this one was created first and these could be subprocesses within it, but just from this command you really can't tell. Right? There might be other ways within the PS command, but I'm not aware of it, and it would be helpful as another exercise to take a look at that. Right, so the last thing I'm going to do is just delete these processes. You can do that by going to the process itself and shutting it down gracefully, or you can use this command ps with the grep on VirtualBox, for instance, and kill them individually. So Wireshark is still running. There you go. And just as a bonus example in this Linux demonstration for processes, I can just kill it outright as an operating system command. So I can say kill to that process ID 27220, and our number of processes should drop by 1. So there you go, it's 192 instead of 193 because Wireshark was killed. It's running in the background, but I can still reach out and kill it by the process number. So just to confirm that, we look for Wireshark and we don't find it. Right? All we see is the command itself that I just ran that contained the text Wireshark. So Wireshark is indeed shut down. To do that for VirtualBox, not knowing which one is the controlling program would be a little bit sketchy. Maybe you just start with this first guy and then have that take the others two. Or what you can do is just shut it down from the window itself, right? So that concludes this part of the process demo for operating systems.